And now, get ready for Arkansas's live statewide pregame show. It's time for Pig Trail Nation Game Day, sponsored by Wendy's.
Razorbacks are coming at you. All the Razorbacks are coming at you. All the Razorbacks. 'Cause it's game day, Arkansas. Stand up proud and call the hearts. Gonna get loud and get on the road. Razorback Nation, feel it in your soul. Get on your feet, sing the fight song. 'Cause we gonna be here all night long singing, hey. We came to play on this Razorback game. Razorback game day. On this Razorback game day. On the Razorback game day.
Fired up, ready to go here from Razorback Stadium. It is the first Razorback football game at Razorback Stadium this year. Drew Hammond reporting here from the Pig Trail Nation. You can see the construction ongoing. And 2018, in time for the 2018 opener, that's when all this construction will be complete, as Arkansas is undergoing a $160 million facelift.
Big dollars. I love it.
That is big time. DJ Williams, former Razorback star. Mike Irwin, Pig Trail Nation senior analyst. We got Josh Throne as well. Josh, thanks for being with us.
Man, I'm glad to be here. I can smell the pig suey in the air.
Absolutely. Yes. Josh played at Arkansas 2008-09. Let's start with DJ. What do you think about this? You know, we were here around the time of the LSU game, and that's right about the time when they were getting this construction going.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see the chaos that's about to unveil here today. People trying to figure out how to work their way around this stadium, but I'm pumped up. I can't wait to hear. I heard at practice you could already tell there's a difference in the noise. You get, you know, 70,000 plus fans inside this place, and when it's done, oh man, it's gonna be one of the best in the country.
Absolutely, Mike. When you think about that, you know, the way that noise may bounce off and reverberate to the point where maybe Arkansas can kind of fluster Kenny Hill.
Well, it could happen. I mean, you know, I'm going to wait and take a wait-and-see attitude about it. I mean, it's not complete. There's some holes in there that I thought that weren't there, so there's some sound that could travel through there, but you got a lot of metal, and I guess noise bouncing off metal can create strange sounds. So I'm looking forward to it, but not sure exactly what to expect.
Yeah, a lot going on.
He used to rock out in his basement when he was young.
Know, I mean, that's Mike Irwin, JT right there. You know, 43 years covering the Razorbacks. He's got some stories, folks. Josh has some stories as well. Again, Josh played at Arkansas 2008-09. What'd you think when you pulled up here today, Josh?
Man, you know, I've been out of town for a while. I moved away. I came back this spring, and, you know, the construction's different. I see they're bringing the whole stadium together. I was, you know, heard about the game down in Little Rock. There wasn't as many fans there, so it's good. We walked Razorback Road, seeing everybody out here. I'm excited. I think it's going to be a really good day.
Josh, he's a pro already. He just set the stage for us. You know, it's a good segue right there, because sellout crowd expected here for Arkansas and TCU. It is an SEC Big 12 matchup. And speaking of, you know what? These two met last year, 2016, in Fort Worth, Texas. That was a classic, as Arkansas won that by 3 points. Final was 41-38 there at Carter Stadium. And for more, let's head to Gene Dubon as he rewinds and takes a look back, as Austin Allen was the hero in that one. Gene.
Drew, Mike said he wants to take a wait-and-see approach. Well, I don't want to wait. I want to see. I want to see last year what happened, because it was a great game, double overtime. But I don't want to talk about it. I want to listen about it.
The Hogs have come to Fort Worth for the first time since 1991 when these two were Southwest Conference rivals.
Hill gets the snap from the gun. He's in trouble, rolling right, tries to dump, picked off Ellis. He's going to go at the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Arkansas! Brooks Ellis stepped in front of a short pass, and the Razorbacks have a 12-0 lead. 44 yards for Ellis.
Got Hill or Hicks running it here. And here is Hill. Same play he scored on, and he scores again just to the other side.
Allen's under center. They bring Morgan in motion. Allen gives it to Drew. Double reverse. Hatcher's going to throw the football, and the two-point conversion successful. Caught by Austin Allen in the end zone. Hatcher had his choice of either running it in or throwing it to Austin. He threw it to Austin, and we're tied at 28. Twin receivers to each side. Allen from the gun. Austin has time. Fires it toward the corner of the end zone. Sprinkle's there. Touchdown, Arkansas. Jeremy Sprinkle went up to get it. 19 yards. Austin threw it where only the 6'6" tight end can catch it, and the Hogs have the lead.
The top of your screen. He's a big 6-foot target, 6'4" target. Hill trying to extend the play to the end zone. Caught! Touchdown! Williams finally breaking through. The 7-yarder. And that was well struck.
Williams in the backfield. Allen going to keep the football running right side. Austin fighting at the goal line at the 1. Touchdown! Arkansas wins! Austin Allen fighting into the end zone. The Razorbacks rush to the end of the field, and Arkansas in double overtime has beaten TCU 41-38.
I still get chills just watching that. Listen to the calls from Chuck Barrett and Joe Tessitore. Such a great game. We can only hope that this year's Classic ends the same way with an Arkansas W. DA, listen it back over to you.
All right, Gene, great stuff. You know, it took a while for Arkansas to, get going offensively. Really, the offense was not very good in that game last year. The defense really good in the first half. A shutout TCU, eventually a 3-point win for Arkansas. A big one, as Arkansas at that point had improved to 2-0 on the season. Now, Mike, let's talk about this season's game and the fact that Kenny Hill's a really good quarterback, fifth-year senior for TCU.
Yeah, Arkansas's got more depth, so hopefully they won't wear down in the second half. But, Drew, beating TCU is going to start and end with containing Kenny Hill. Now, he kind of serves up his own version of the triple option. He's a good pocket passer, equally good rolling out of the pocket, but then he can also just stop at any point and tuck that ball and run and turn himself into a running back. And it is that third option that Arkansas coaches fear the most.
As plays develop, gaps are going to open up, and at some point he's going to take advantage of that. We got to retrace our steps as rushers. We've got to come out of coverage at the appropriate time as pass defenders, and hopefully limit the big plays that could be gained through that.
Hill calls TCU's plays from the line of scrimmage. Get Reynolds Razorback Stadium loud enough, and the Horned Frogs could have some real issues.
When we're in there with just music and a smaller crowd, it's definitely resonating on the field a lot louder than I've ever heard it. So for the first time for anybody that's ever been to the stadium, it's going to be an enclosed stadium.
One of the biggest challenges will be for Arkansas's linebackers to find and tackle TCU's small but quick running backs who try to hide themselves in the crowd of players at the line of scrimmage.
By design of their offense, with the sweep stuff that's gained and then the zone stuff that's inside, very easy to lose guys.
After the tackle, you have to line up fast against these guys. They'll try to snap the ball before Arkansas's defense gets set.
They would snap the ball when we weren't ready. They kept getting big chunks of plays. They kept getting 20 yards, 30 yards, 40 yards.
Offensively, the Hogs got a good look at the challenge a small but quick defense offers when Florida A&M early on blew by a couple of the Hogs' offensive linemen. TCU is even quicker with better athletes, and their defense is in constant motion.
They're not going to sit there and just let you block them. They're going to move the front a ton. They're lateral movement guys.
In addition to the power running of Devois Whaley, Arkansas will counter with a lightning-quick guy of their own. Chase Hayden ran for 120 yards last week in his first game as a Hog, and his coaches say he is capable of so much more.
When he got in the secondary, instead of just running, trying to run away from people, he was stuttering his feet, trying to make a cutback, or just trying to make a big play rather than just letting the game come to him and going in the flow of the offense.
And with veteran receiver Jared Cornelius back at full speed, expect more out of the passing game as well.
This week he's been at practice every day and has gone through every period. He's starting to loosen up. So I'm expecting him to come out and have a big game.
I really think that's going to be the biggest difference in this game and the game we saw last week. More emphasis on the passing game. Cornelius is back. I think they're going to go to him, go to some of the other guys. But you're going to need that thing Brett Bielema talks about in this game, the 200 yards rushing but 200 yards passing too. It's going to take balance to deal with that quick TCU defense.
Yeah, they really didn't need those numbers last week. It was very convincing against Florida A&M. Now, as far as TCU is concerned, when you look at this, DJ, you've got a guy in Kenny Hill that has so many weapons. You got Kennedy Snell, a new guy. They get a lot of new weapons as well. He mentioned some of these guys that are kind of short and they kind of emerge behind the offensive line, kind of Darren Sproles-esque.
Yeah, and it's very difficult to guard, especially in the middle of the field. Remember a lot last year with Kenny Hill, we tried to contain him. By doing that, we had more people up on the line of scrimmage. Hence being we're one-on-one with a middle linebacker trying to guard somebody like Turpin in the middle of the field, and it being Brooks Ellis. That's a big mismatch, and you get big plays, especially when we had that cover 2 defense. Now, what are they going to bring to the table today? We're not sure. We have this new 3-4. They're going to mix in man. They're going to have different kind of zone schemes, and Mike's been talking about it all week about they have, specific blitz packages per team that they play. So I really doubt they really dial it up and bring crazy looks. They may show something but play very basic and just kind of feel him out in second half, probably, let the dogs loose, I would say. Let him after him a little bit.
Do some things with that 3-4.
Might as well.
You kind of talked about the setting the edge. Josh, when you look at that as far as the 3-4-D is concerned, you got Dwayne Eugene on the outside. You got Randy Ramsey. What do you think about those guys?
Man, those guys have shown a lot just the first game. And, I know there was a lot expected of them coming into this season with the change of the defense. Ramsey coming off the edge is going to be huge for us to try to put some pressure on Kenny Hill and come up with some big sacks for us. I think another thing is having our safety make sure nothing gets behind them. They're going to be trying to go deep a lot. These guys are big. It's a big play team. If we can keep everything in front of us, I think that we're going to put ourselves in a position to win because they're going to go deep and end up giving up some big plays to us.
Arkansas's got a captain, the Santos Ramirez, trying to make sure that TCU does not go over the top. He's one of those guys to look for in the Arkansas secondary. All right, coming up, we will talk more about the Hog receivers. Those guys really didn't have to do much in clutch situations last week, given the outcome of that Florida A&M game. We're back with more on the Game Day Show.
Joe, I've been looking for a new mattress, but there's so many styles. How do I even choose?
You're right, Brock. There's a lot to choose from. Just lay down on them like our customers do, and you'll find the right one.
Wow, that is a lot of comfortable mattresses, Joe.
I know, right? If you're in need of a new mattress, want the largest selection, lowest prices, and same-day delivery, get it at Sam's.
Feeling lucky? Indigo Sky Casino is giving away the cash. All month long, over $120,000 will go. Cash Bundle Fridays, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Play and win your share of over $42,000 in cash. It's the cash giveaway every day. More ways to play and win. Pass the rest and play the best. Indigo Sky Casino, Highway 60 west of Seneca, Missouri.
At NNI Center, your eyes are a precious commodity.
Doctors Randy Ennin and Shane Laster provide extensive eye care that will see you through a lifetime. We were the first to offer all laser LASIK, and now we are the first in the River Valley to offer laser cataract surgery. You can count on our highly trained staff to help you with all your eye care needs. NNI Center and the Executive Park Surgery Center in Fort Smith.
Through the generosity of our viewers, KNWA and Nexstar Media Group stations have raised over $2.5 million for Hurricane Harvey relief. KNWA thanks our local viewers. The effort continues now at nwahomepage.com. The rumble is coming. It's almost time for Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue. Join KNWA for all the sights and sounds. Local coverage starts September 20th. KNWA is your Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue station. Brought to you by Smoke and Joe's Rib House. Now, more live coverage of Pig Trail Nation Game Day.
All right, we're back here on the Pig Trail Nation Game Day show as Arkansas gets set for TCU, and we're talking about DJ's breakdown segment, one of my favorites.
Oh, bringing the juice this week. You know, I was very, disappointed a little bit last week when people were talking to me about Austin Allen. They said, man, we're very discouraged. You took a couple steps in the wrong direction. But what I saw on tape, this guy is showing some big-time stuff, going through mature reads as a quarterback. And I think, today he's really going to showcase how good he is. Here he is. Okay, here we go. Let's waste no time and get right into it. Austin Allen, number 8, the leader of the offense for the Razorbacks. Let's pick up on this play right here. This is some beautiful football. He takes the snap. He has a beautiful pocket. No, he's protected very well. This is early in the game. He goes through a complete progression like a mature quarterback should. He goes to number 1. It's not open. Moves his eyes to number 2. Not open. Moves his eyes all the way across the field to the sideline to number 3. Throws a beautiful ball, and his receiver dropped it. That's going to set the theme of this week's breakdown is the chemistry on offense. Now, take a look at this play right here. This is an interception by Austin Allen, but I don't want you to focus on the pocket. This right here, he should not be hit. Colton Jackson had a very hard time keeping his feet moving and not allowing Austin Allen to get hit. He allows that pressure to come up at the very end. Austin Allen feels it, tries to get the ball out quick, throws an interception in, takes a hit. Now, these things linger in a quarterback's mind. I'll show you an example right here. Let's move along. This should be an easy throw and catch for a first down, but the lack of chemistry, timing, and a little bit of trust play into the breakdown of this play. You can see right here, Cantrell has a very hard time getting off the line of scrimmage. Now, this messes up your timing. Jared Cornelius has to wait a little bit, then he comes underneath, goes across your screen. You can see drawing man-to-man coverage, even a double on the backside. As we flip views, you can see a huge window that is opened up, and that's where Cantrell is supposed to be. You see Austin Allen waiting on it. But he knows that time clock is ticking, and he doesn't have the most trust in that blind side tackle, so he decides to pull the ball down and make a play with his feet. If he would have stayed in the pocket, just gave it a little bit more time to develop, it would have been a very easy first down completion. Moving along right here, here's another one that Austin Allen needs to have this chemistry and a little bit more awareness of the defense. You can see this is the cover 3. We're going to focus on this corner right here. You can see his eyes are towards the inside of the field, so he can see anything coming at him. So he's running with this receiver. Austin Allen thinks he's going to keep running with the post, but he can clearly see the threat coming from inside out, decides to pick that guy up. Now, there's a pass interference. Very fortunate for the Hogs, but Austin Allen should have saw the depth of the safety in the eyes of the corner, and this should have been an easy throw over the top for a touchdown. If not that, the third option in the progression is the wide open window for an easy throw and catch as well. So, yes, we have some things to work on. Can Austin Allen do it? Absolutely. I've seen this guy do some incredible things as quarterback for the Razorbacks, and just cannot wait to see him progress week 2 against TCU. Yeah, that's right. My guy, like I said, Austin Allen's fine. Chemistry. He has a lot of new targets out there, a couple young receivers here or there. And I know, I remember this guy came in with a group of young receivers named Jarius Wright, Joe Adams, Greg Childs. And it takes time to build that chemistry. You kind of saw it unfold, your freshman year.
Oh, yeah. When those guys came in as freshmen, they were young. And it takes a minute to build up some chemistry with those types of quarterbacks. When your receivers are young, they're still, timing on routes is very important. These guys are going to have a lot to learn, but at the same time, they put it together freshman year, so these guys could too.
And Mike, I tell you, Joe Adams' first touchdown catch, he ran the wrong route and pretty much picked the ball off to, I think, Greg Childs. It's supposed to go to Greg Childs, but
hey, whatever works. Whatever works.
Make it work.
Yeah, you're talking about some big names right there. You mentioned Jay Wright. What about these receivers for Arkansas? I mentioned the clutch situations, making big plays on third down. Mike, just quickly about, obviously, the fact that there's no longer Keon Hatcher in this program, no longer Drew Morgan.
But they're getting, their go-to guy, Jared Cornelius, back today. He had this back issue, played a little bit in the first half, then went back to the locker room, came out not dressed. he went through all of the workouts this week. So you heard Michael Smith say in that piece I did, he expects him to have a great game, and I do too. I think that's going to be the difference in their game. They're going to go to him a lot. I like the two big guys, Brandon Martin and LaMichael Petway. Now, Brandon Martin is hurt. He's got a hammy thing, so he's not going to play. But Petway, it's time for him to do his thing anyway. He's tall and he's physical and he's pretty quick. So I think he could have a big game. And then I like Jordan Jones, too. I mean, he's been impressive. So Arkansas has a lot of receivers. They've got the one experienced guy, but this is how you get experience. These other guys are going to have to step up, and I think it starts today.
Yeah, and maybe it starts with Jonathan Nance as well, another one of those JUCO transfers that we've been talking about. As you mentioned, B. Martin's out. He was ruled out a couple days prior to this game, so we'll talk more about Jonathan Nance as well as things progress. All right, coming up, we're going to talk more about Razorback Roots, our series, as we go to Razorback hometowns, and we'll visit with Tara Tavlich, who had a chance to visit with the guy from Beaumont, Texas, running back Devwah Whaley. Back after this.
Holder Dermatology and Aesthetics is pleased to announce that we are bringing aesthetic services to our Springdale location. Get injectables, hydrofacials, and more. Book with us today and see why we are your skin solution.
Toyota trucks like the Tundra and Tacoma can take you pretty much anywhere. They can take you here, that place, way over there, even through this. But on game day, they take you to the most important place there is, the tailgate party.
Right now, qualified buyers get 0% APR for 60 months plus a $2,000 special edition bonus on a new 2017 Tundra Special Edition. Toyota, let's go places.
Feeling lucky? Indigo Sky Casino is giving away the cash. All month long, over $120,000 will go. Cash Bundle Fridays, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Play and win your share of over $42,000 in cash. It's the cash giveaway every day. More ways to play and win. Pass the rest and play the best. Indigo Sky Casino, Highway 60 west of Seneca, Missouri.
KNWA prides itself on covering the stories of our local community. That's why we've joined with General Mills to focus on organizations and nonprofits that make Northwest Arkansas a better place to live.
Join us as we bring you stories of the organizations and people making a big difference in our community.
We call it Doing Good.
It's local people making a big difference in the lives of others.
And that's something we can all be proud of.
Doing Good, presented by General Mills, Mondays at 10 on KNWA, Northwest Arkansas News.
If your kid likes this, they will love to become an Energizer Super Weather Kid. Go to NWA homepage and sign up your son or daughter under the Weather Kid tab. We will select 2 kids a month to help me give the weather live. The Energizer Super Weather Kid. Now that's positive energy.
And now, Razorback Roots.
Oh, I love this series, and it rolls into week 2. We're going to Beaumont, Texas for this next story as Tara Talmadge is reporting here from Fayetteville. Tara, tell me about Devwah Whaley. This guy can get it done on the ground for Arkansas.
Hey, Drew. You know, Devwah Whaley has come a long way, but it all started in the Lone Star State, a place where several of the young guys at his old high school still tell me they want to be like Whaley.
It's a nice city. Not too big, not too small.
Beaumont, Texas, a city just east of Houston, previously known as the football capital of the world.
Beaumont is a very unique city, and you know I love Beaumont. I wouldn't rather be from anywhere else but Beaumont.
Whaley's football career began at Beaumont Central High School, playing running back for the Jaguars.
When you see Devwah as a young man at that age, you see him as a 9th grader, 10th grader, 11th grader, and how stout he is and the way his body's built, you knew that, man, this kid has a chance to be special and very successful.
But Whaley's sights weren't always set on football, running track for most of his life, taking after his mother, Mary, who ran at BYU.
Just running track has helped me a lot. It's helped me to get to where I am today, and you know, just her being a mom and a coach is helped me even more. So listening to her, you know, on the track, and also listening to her at home, you know, she's put a lot of knowledge on me.
Once he puts his foot in the ground, he's downhill. He's full head of steam, and it's a tough kid to tackle when he's all by himself.
Now Arkansas starting running back Whaley is still serving as an example to the younger Jags.
I wasn't really here to see him play or nothing like that, but I was here to work out with him and watch how he trained, watch how he uplifted his teammates. He looked out for all the younger guys, and he had a good sense of humor. But when it was time to get down to serious business, he was there, and the coaches loved him.
I love to watch them play, watch him play, make plays. It's a good feeling to see somebody from down here make it.
He's a great peer mentor, someone that our kids need to look up to and say that it is possible, that I can get my butt out of Beaumont and go get a great degree and have a chance to play a little ball. And if ball's not for you, the degree is going to work within itself. So he's a great guy, great role model for our kids, and we are excited and astonished to have Delwar Whaley come out of Beaumont Central and doing the things that he's doing at this point.
You know, my mom, she always tells me it takes a village to raise someone. So, you know, it truly did. And just being from Beaumont, you know, I had a lot of help and a lot of supporters. So it was a blessing.
Now, Drew, there's actually so much to this story that we had to break it into two parts. So coming up later in the show, we talk to his parents, we talk to his sisters and his uncle to get a look inside what his life is like off the field. And that's coming up later in the show. Drew, back to you.
Oh, great story there. Thanks very much, Tara. Now, coming up, we have a great story on Ty Clary. This guy is a true freshman already with a start under his belt. And making this story even better, the kids from Fayetteville, Arkansas. How about it? Gene Dumont has much more when the Game Day show rolls on.
With an expert care team on your side, you can spend your time sweating the small stuff. The Women and Infant Center at Washington Regional is designed to meet the growing needs of area families and features additional private rooms so mother and baby can room together. The center also includes a significantly larger Level 3A NICU and the region's leading healthcare providers. The Women and Infant Center at Washington Regional is here for you. Learn more at wregional.com.
If you're looking for frontier justice, you come to the right place, partner.
Do you want to redeem yourself?
Court's in session weekdays starting at 2 p.m. for a showdown with the straight-talkingest judges you ever seen.
You don't want to get on my bad side.
Ride into town for People's Court at 2.
I know, because I'm not stupid.
Hot Bench is heating up the Brandon Iron at 3.
I will throw you out.
Judge Judy brings in the cavalry at 4.
There's always a method to my madness.
No outlaws shake. Weekdays right here on KNWA.
Why are you crying?
Life's injustice got you down.
Oh, don't do the cry thing with me.
Hot Bench is here to lay down the law.
How dare you come to my court with some nonsense like that?
You're being accused of a lie.
Wow. Hot Bench. Get that warm and fuzzy feeling.
Never seen such a happy defendant. I meditate a lot.
Hot Bench. Weekdays at 3 on KNWA.
Let's face it, none of us like getting junk mail. And for a business, direct mail is not the most efficient, effective, or desired form of interaction with your customers. So why waste money advertising in such an outdated way? Today, most people's preferred interaction with a business typically involves a screen, such as a TV, tablet, or phone. Let the Nexstar family of media platforms help you reach consumers where they live, work, and play through TV, online, and mobile advertising. Contact us today to find out how.
Now, back to Pig Trail Nation Game Day.
All right, let's go to the Big Nasties in the trenches, and we're talking up front about Ty Clary, who is from Fayetteville. He was running with the ones last week against Florida A&M. Off to a strong start. For more, let's go to Gene Dumont. Gene.
Drew, just a year ago, Ty Clary was taking the field against the Bryant Hornets. Today, the opponent, well, they're slightly different. But while some didn't expect him to be in this position, his team has nothing but faith in the walk-on freshman.
As Ty got more and more reps, he just looked like a natural to be at that spot, and haven't seen anything look back since.
He plays hard, and he finishes. That's one thing that I think as a young player, that's the biggest deal is if you've got that finish in you and you play through the whistle, that's what's going to make everything just so much better.
Clary started really opening eyes during the second scrimmage when he got a chance to compete against the ones. Offensive line coach Kurt Anderson said the Fayetteville native was physical and assignment sound.
As the next 2 weeks progressed, he was able to put himself in a position where
where, in my opinion, it was clear that he was the starting guard.
Last Thursday, Clary got the start, making him the first true freshman offensive lineman to start the season since Mitch Smothers in 2011. Clary graded out with a 91, which was tied for second among the offensive linemen with Ragnow, and the captain liked what he saw.
He did great. Obviously, there are moments where he was a little bit confused and everything, but that's why I'm there to try to help him out. But when he knew what he was doing and knew what he was on, it was incredible.
Clary's offensive line coach at Fayetteville High, Benji Mahan, acknowledged that it's hard for a freshman to come in and play immediately on the offensive line, but Ty has a distinct advantage.
Physically, he was prepared to play, and his strength in his hips and his feet were so good, but he just understands the intricacies of the offensive line, understanding leverage, knows where his feet and hands need to be, and that's what gave him a chance to play.
With a nationally ranked TCU team coming into his hometown, Anderson isn't worried about Clary's composure later today.
Every day in practice, he continues to grow. He continues to get better. I'm not concerned with it in terms of that, but because what he's proven and shown so far is that the moments haven't gotten too big for him.
Now, the moment hasn't gotten too big for him just yet, but this is a top 25 matchup for Clary, with TCU being ranked number 15, and it is in his hometown on national television, so we'll see what he can do coming up at 2:30. DA?
What a start for Ty Clary. Good stuff there, Gene. Now, stay right there because I want to get your prediction on this football game. What do you think? High scoring, low scoring? Do you think Arkansas pulls it out?
You know, I'm going a little bit high scoring, and if you've been on Twitter lately, I've got to go against the newborn, Finn Radler. I'm sorry, Finn. I'm going 35-27 TCU. I know a lot of Arkansas fans aren't going to like that, but I just think this TCU offense is too explosive.
All right, Gene, I thought you were going to be a homer for us today here in week 2, the first game at Razorback Stadium this season, but apparently not, as Gene picks TCU. Coming up, our Snout Out segment. We'll visit with the Arkansas alumni. Also, more on Devois Whaley. We're going to get back to that great story that Tara had earlier. Tara has much more. That's a little bit later on Game Day here from Alumni Alley.
Joe here in our 120,000 square foot Sam's Furniture Superstore, and if you're in need of new furniture, this is clearly the place to be. Choose from over 140 living rooms, 40 bedrooms, 50 dining room sets, and hundreds of recliners and accent chairs, plus so much more. And with over $4 million of in-stock inventory, you can have your new furniture delivered same day. It's no surprise that Sam's Furniture is the fastest growing furniture store in Arkansas. So for all your furniture needs, get it at Sam's.
Feeling lucky? Indigo Sky Casino is giving away the cash. All month long, over $120,000 will go. Cash Bundle Fridays, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. play and win your share of over $42,000 in cash. It's the cash giveaway every day. More ways to play and win. Pass the rest and play the best. Indigo Sky Casino, Highway 60 west of Seneca, Missouri.
Introducing Wendy's new Giant Junior Bacon Cheeseburger.
It's a Giant Junior?
Yeah, it's the deliciously different Junior Bacon Cheeseburger made giant. With double the fresh, never frozen beef, double the oven-baked bacon, and double the cheese. It's a Junior that's made a big name for itself.
It's a Giant Junior.
And now, for a limited time, get the Giant Junior Bacon Cheeseburger with fries, nuggets, and a drink for just $5.
Are you geared up? We are.
The Pig Trail Nation gets you geared up for every game.
Gear up for game day every Friday night. It's more than a game preview. It's in-depth feature stories, player profiles, and everything you need to know going into the next Hog football matchup.
And nobody gets you geared up like the Pig Trail Nation.
Plus, join us for Fayetteville home games at JJ's on Dixon. The Pig Trail Nation's Gear Up for Game Day. Sponsored by Malt O'Neill. Pig Trail Nation Game Day, Arkansas alumni Snout Out.
Yeah, it's a Snout Out segment here from Alumni Alley, and we're visiting with Brandy Cox. She's been on quite a bit because she's so good at interviews.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Superstar. Big time.
You know,
DJ said it. There you go.
I've missed y'all, though. It's so good to see you. Thank you for coming back this year.
I think I saw you in Charlotte for the Belk Bowl.
Yes.
So, you know, Let's hope for a different result this time.
Absolutely. No, this is going to be a great game. But, I remember the TCU game last year, and that was a dramatic game.
That worked out.
So
yeah.
That worked out for us.
That was a wonderful
We're home field advantage this time, and you've got the best seats in the house right here in Alumni Alley.
Yes, absolutely.
Talking about the best seats in the house, we got a little, redo here at Alumni Row. I mean, it looks great. We're not sitting in the grass when it rains. We won't sink down in the mud.
That's never good. Yeah.
Talk about, I assume the alumni love it.
Yes. So we've had this area for about 5 years now, and I came into the Alumni Association as executive director 3 years ago, and we've really looked at this property and what could we do to better enhance it for tailgating and the opportunity. It's a wonderful proximity to, of course, the stadium, but then also what are we doing to help our alumni events and alumni engagement? And with the Alumni House right here, we've increased parking. We've increased and leveled the surface for tailgating. Yep. So it's a great opportunity for you and everybody out here having a great time.
Less people stumble around here. It's flat ground. We're good to go around here, all right? So you come out here and have a great time.
That's right. So you come out here, have a good time, come over for a Hog Wild tailgate. We have 300 to 400 people in and out of the building all day, and we have them up also with our food trucks in the back. So you can pre-order a meal for $20. You can't beat it.
Oh,
full
wow.
Meal,
good.
Two beverage tickets, some ice cream.
Now we're talking.
Have a really good time. And that's $20 for members. So if you're a member of the Arkansas Alumni Association, you definitely want to stop by and do that.
Yep.
Then also I love this space now because we have over 100 events in the Arkansas Alumni Association Hembry House. And so it's great to be able to do a better job for our alumni and engaging them and giving them opportunities to be with us here on campus.
I understand you got a couple of tailgate spots left, and you can contact Julie Simpson at the Alumni Office for details. I'll give you that number, 479-575-2801. What's Julie going to tell us about that?
Well, Julie has taken care of so much of this. She really is the mastermind behind organizing a lot of new things we have going on with our tailgates, and then she can take care of anyone who would like to get those 2 spaces. So, yes, we do have 2 tailgate tented spaces. Each of those comes with 1 parking pass.
Ooh,
so, again,
that coveted parking pass. And at home, I know y'all are thinking, what's that number? It's okay. Just press rewind on your DVR. You can get that number.
I gave that quick.
It was quick. But I know one thing, Drew. There's a mechanical hog over there. Are we going to ride that bad boy?
I think you're first up.
All right, I know y'all going to make me ride it, so I'm just trying to take someone down with me. Yes.
No pictures of me. I don't get on that.
No.
But it's Buckingham, and I want to see.
DJ to a T. He's going to be on that.
I'll ride that hog.
DJ likes live music. I love it. And you got the Wranglers, the School of Rock later. That'll be on the backside, right?
We have the Wranglers who are out here in the front patio, and then we also will have the School of Rock out performing around our food truck area.
Yeah.
And just a lot of exciting things happening. We also have special guests. So today, Mike Neighbors with the women's basketball team will come in and speak. We'll have the Miss University of Arkansas, who was first runner-up to Miss Arkansas this year, because y'all might remember that we had Savvy Shields with us last year. And so lots of, we're always looking for special guests and opportunities. So, you two need to stop by as well.
I did the old young alumni thing. I was out on Dixon Street last night, and there's a lot of alumni back in town. So this place is going to be popping exciting. If you're around and about, please come out, check it out. And especially if you're a member, just $20 for the time of your life here at TCU. Hopefully we win this ball game and really party. You know what I mean?
Happen.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be awesome. Yeah, I mean, it was packed there at JJ's last night.
It was packed. Yeah, everybody's in town.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Brandy, appreciate it.
Pleasure.
I mean,
and don't forget about Southwest Classic. So join us in Dallas.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be big. That's coming up in week 4. We've got the bye week next week.
That's right.
Bye week in week 3. Kind of weird, but yeah, get there in Arlington, Texas for that Southwest Classic party as Brandy Cox is getting it done here for the Arkansas Alumni Association. She is the executive director. All right, for DJ and Brandy, we're going to take a quick break. We'll come up right now with AC Moncrief a little bit later in the show. He is one of our Razorback diehard fans. Also, Greg Curl, the father of Cameron Curl. Cameron, by the way, making a start today for the Arkansas Razorbacks at corner. That on-set interview coming up on the Game Day Show.
The Rumble is coming. It's almost time for Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue. Join KNWA for all the sights and sounds. Local coverage starts September 20th. KNWA is your Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue station. Brought to you by Smokin' Joe's Rib House. Through the generosity of our viewers, KNWA and Nexstar Media Group stations have raised over $2.5 million for Hurricane Harvey. Polo in the Ozarks, Saturday, September 16th at the Buell Family Farm in Goshen. This family-friendly event benefiting Lifestyles Incorporated features a live polo match, tailgate parties, children's activities, and live and silent auctions. Tickets are as low as $10 for children and $25 for adults to attend the polo match and experience the tailgates. Visit polointheozarks.com for additional ticket information or call 479-521-3581.
Yes, you can golf in Bella Vista. Get your discounted card to play 6 rounds at any of the 6 beautiful golf courses in Bella Vista for only $188. Go to nwahomepage.com to get your Golf Bella Vista card today.
You know, there are so many trending stories every day.
That's right, and that's why I keep track of all the trending news here on KNWA Today.
So you're saying we're trending?
Well, no, but there are some trending stories.
You know, the trend should be to watch KNWA Today at 5 every morning.
Now that's some trending news.
Very trendy.
Watch the Pig Trail Nation report every night on KNWA News. And now, the ultimate hog fan.
So many loyal Razorback fans out there. We're back on the Game Day show, and in fact, we visited 10 diehard fans across the state ahead of Week 1 in this football season, and we're going to get to AC Moncrief. And at the end of this series, you can vote on our website for who you think is the ultimate hog fan overall. Alyssa Orange has more on AC.
Stop number 7, we win. Don't stop number 7, we lose. They overcame a 31-point deficit against Oregon, came from behind against South Dakota. On paper, they ought to beat us, but it's Arkansas in an upset.
It's not from a member of the Arkansas coaching staff, but every week during football season, a scouting report of its own kind is sent from Ozark, Arkansas.
I just wanted to see if I could kind of match wits with him.
AC Moncrief started his reports while watching Bobby Petrino. He would then send it to his friends.
And they would send it to some others, and then little by little by little, it began to grow.
That report is now all over the state and in other states as well. No detail goes unwritten, no opponent overlooked, no matter what he has to do.
Rutgers one year wasn't on national television, so I had to go and try to download it. I'll have all of their games recorded, and I go back and I'll try to find tendencies and trends in the late games, and then I'll go back in the earlier games and see if that's justified.
Moncrief doesn't keep up with his wins and losses. He says he's too much of a homer for that. The score, however, is a different thing.
It really matters to me if we get pretty close, and most of the time they're very, very close.
The reports aren't the first thing he's written publicly. Writing and football have history in the Moncrief house.
I was the first head coach and athletic director for Rivercrest High School in Northeast Arkansas at Wilson.
While coaching, he would reference other coaches' books, but they were all about bigger programs, so he did something about it.
If I can just leave a little bit of a manual for a smaller school, that's a contribution too. So the book came out in 70-something, I think, 1970-something, and today it's a collectible.
From a book titled More Than a Game to his now weekly scouting reports, for AC, it's all about one thing.
It's become fun, and as long as it stays fun, that's what I want to do.
Great stuff right there from Melissa Orange. And again, you can check out our Pig Trail Nation Facebook page for more on our Ultimate Hog Fan series. A lot of fun getting a chance to do that series. All right, let's bring in Greg Curl. He is the father of Cameron Curl, and it is a big day for his son Cameron as he will start at corner for the Arkansas Razorbacks. We bring back former Razorback star DJ Williams as well. Now, the great thing about this, Greg, is the fact that so many coaches I've heard here in the preseason on up through Week 1 talking about such a great high football IQ that your son has.
Yeah, Cameron fell in love with football at a very young age, and I've never seen a kid watch so much film. Even in youth football, he watched whatever position he played. He would find college players and NFL players, and he would just watch film and try to mimic them on the field. And he loves football.
I read some story like at age 4, I think he was talking to his mom, Adrian. He was like, hey, you know, enough with the flag football.
Yeah.
I'm ready for the real thing.
Hey,
here he is.
You got to love that in the corner, being physical. And I love, the idea that the football IQ, he really pays attention to the details. I played with some big-time corners. I remember I was in Green Bay playing against Charles Woodson. He was kind of a move-around guy. Yeah. But I'd be running a route, and he would tell me what I'm about to run. I was like, how does he know this? I mean, he just diagnose and break down the film. That's going to be a huge today. But you got to think about very exciting for today. What are you going to be feeling in the stands? ends, you know, because the hardest position on a football field is a defensive back position, specifically the corner. What are you going to be thinking today?
I'm just thinking I'm confident in what he's going to do just through talking to him and how comfortable he seemed talking. You know, this is his first time on a stage like this, playing like this, so I really don't know what to expect. I expect him to go out there and do his best and work real hard. I know he's been working for this moment for a long time, and I think he's ready.
Something I want to bring up is the fact that your family moved from San Diego, what was it, like 7, 8 years ago? Something like
8 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, when you think about that. You
love San Diego.
You know, the West Coast, great spot, no doubt. But you go to Muskogee, and, you know, he's able to kind of turn around that program, or at least have a hand in turning around that program. He became more and more vocal as his high school career progressed.
Yes. It was a challenge because the kids really didn't want to make that move, and then when he got there, he accepted it. And I was a little nervous at first, you know, going there because I knew he wanted to play college football and everything, and I didn't know how football was in Oklahoma at the time, you know, leaving San Diego. But he adjusted, and I mean, he's a team player, and he wants to do his best, and he wants his team to be the best, and he works hard.
I wonder, how do you expect him to respond? Because it's going to happen. If you're a DB, you're going to get beat. That's just part of the game. It's the DBs that can put it in the past and move on and, you know, play the next play to the best of their ability. What do you expect? You know, how does he respond to adversity from what you've seen?
It's crazy. We had the exact same conversation. You know, he knows, you know, it's going to happen. And it's that play is gone. It's deleted. It's on to the next play if it happens. And Coach Rose even said what he loved about him when in the scrimmage, you know, when he got beat, he just came back. He got a penalty, came back and got the interception. And he played quarterback before, so he know about that. You know, it's on to the next play. Short memory. You know, so he knows about that.
Yeah, he's been a really resilient kid. You know, out of the state of Oklahoma, he was ranked as one of the top 10 players in the state. Take me back to the recruiting process. What was that like?
Oh, man, it was crazy. It started late. I know he got a little nervous at first because he realized, you know, he knew his worth and he knew what he could do. He got a little nervous, but once it hit, it was like a whirlwind. And believe it or not, you know, TCU was a favorite. Starting in 9th grade. But, you know, throughout the recruiting process, you know, me and his mom never said we would make the decision. This was his decision. We're just going to support you, and you need to fill it out. And I'm telling you, Coach Rose and Coach B showed him that he was a priority for him. And that's what made him comfortable. And they reached out to him. They developed a relationship. He felt real comfortable, though. It was like he knew him before he got here.
That's awesome.
You know?
That's awesome. And that's big. You know, the guy that did that for me was Houston Nutt. You know, I felt like that's my homie. You know what I mean? When I got here, and you can have that, feel comfortable, and that's just – and it's good Coach B's like that, Paul Rhodes like that, because it allows these players to play free and not worry about, man, if I do make a mistake, this coach is just going to know. It's like, hey, get back up on your feet. Let's get the job done. So I feel like he's going to be in a good position. He's going to be tested. And I can't wait to see how he develops and grows from this point on. You got to be proud as a dad.
I am very proud. Very proud.
You know, I want to finish with this because we've had so many analysts up here. You know, we've had Josh on here today as well. And we got such a full team of reporters and analysts. You know, we're trying to bring you that comprehensive coverage. This guy, Greg Curl, I think you're an analyst as well. So I want to get your take on this TCU matchup. What do you think? High scoring, low scoring?
I think it's going to be a high score. I think it's going to be in the 30s, mid-30s. The only thing that I know TCU is going to try to do, well, you know they're going to attack our young corners, but they're going to try to put their very speedy slot receivers on our linebackers. They're going to try to get that matchup to try to offset that speed, and we're just going to have to cover for it. But I know Arkansas is going to pull out the win.
Just 10 tackles from Cameron Curl, maybe a couple picks. We're good, right?
A pick six.
I want that pick six.
I don't know. If it's a pick six, I'm going to find you. You're going to be going crazy.
All right, Greg, great stuff. Thanks for joining us here on set. All right, much more on Devwall Whaley a little bit later in the show. For DJ and Greg, we'll be right back with more on the Game Day Show.
Steve bought the responsible 2017 Corolla. That's because Steve makes good decisions, except when he picked up that stray cat. The Corolla comes standard with advanced safety features and loads of tech, making it a great decision. Unlike... Oh, Steve. The 2017 Corolla. Always a good decision.
Right now, get $2,000 customer cash, or qualified buyers get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a stylish new 2017 Corolla. Toyota, let's go places.
Feeling lucky? Indigo Sky Casino is giving away the cash. All month long, over $120,000 will go. Cash Bundle Fridays, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Play and win your share of over $42,000 in cash. It's the cash giveaway every day. More ways to play and win. Pass the rest and play the best. Indigo Sky Casino, Highway 60 west of Seneca, Missouri.
Our community owes a lot to our...
The Pyeongchang 2018 Olympic Winter Games are coming this February, and KNWA is going for the gold. Every week from now until the Olympics, KNWA shows you what it takes to get there. Inside access to the athletes and their workouts. Everything it takes to bring home the gold. Watch Going for the Gold every Tuesday at 5. The Olympic Winter Games this February on KNWA. Now, more live coverage of Pig Trail Nation Game Day.
Welcome back. It is time for part 2 of our Razorback Roots story on Devwa Whaley. Now, earlier we took you to his hometown, but this time we're taking you inside his home. Here's a little bit more on what life is like for Devwa Whaley. While he grew up in Texas, Devwa Whaley was actually born in Bermuda, where his father DeVoe still lives.
A lot of people don't know this, but my dad's from Bermuda, so I'm half Bermudian.
Whaley moved to Beaumont around the age of 2, but still makes trips to visit family on the island.
Oh man, it's cool. It's beautiful. In order, just to get away and be on the island and go to the beaches and just like I said, just get away. It's a great experience.
Originally the youngest of 3, Devwa later became the youngest of 7 when his family blended together with his now stepfather, Stevens.
Man, he's helped a lot. Just taking on responsibility that wasn't his. Just coming along, helping me out, and helped me become a man and just guide me through life.
Steve is probably the best thing that ever happened to him in his life, to me, because he came along at a time where a young man needed a father figure in his life. Although he had his uncles and all of that, we didn't stay with Mary. And with Steve, that's the difference.
Steve says the two bonded over football, playing a big role throughout Devwa's recruiting process.
We just tried to keep him level-headed because, I mean, you got all these different coaches coming in telling you the best thing ever happened to football, and we need you here and we need you there. You come in, and it was hard for him as a 17-year-old to make a decision on where you're going to go to school with all these people telling you how good you are.
Just being there, just being one of my biggest supporters and being at all my games and just helping me make one of the most important decisions in my life, which was coming here. So he's been a big part of my life, and I appreciate him for it.
Through it all, the running back has stayed grounded and still returns to Beaumont to give back to the community.
When he comes home, he goes to the middle school, the elementary first, and speak with the kids and go and read with them. And middle school, he goes speak in the auditorium to just really tell them about keeping their academics in order and just really continue to work hard. I do what we call couponing. And he has taken bags over to all the elderly and given it to them.
I feel like he's going to keep elevating himself and just being himself, and it's going to transpire through when he's on the field and also when he's just around friends and family. I think that they're going to be inspired by the person he's becoming.
Football is fine, but I'm more proud of the way he's developing to a man, and he's able to keep himself humble, because there's a lot of kids that don't.
And it turns out Devwa has some moves both on and off the field. Growing up, taking part in a traditional Bermudian dance as a Gameday dancer.
They dance during Boxing Day or New Year's Eve traditionally, and any major events going on the island. And during 24th of May, all the Gameday troops parade during the parade, and they do a very interesting dance. It's very ethnic, it's very to our roots.
But Devwa is a jack of many trades, also talented at cricket.
Yes, and Devwa used to play cricket. He's played every sport known to man, actually.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. We come from a long line of cricketers.
So while he has many talents, if you ask his Uncle Terry, there's one thing Devwa may need to work on.
Basketball is not one of them, so he's kind of awkward at basketball. So if he tells you anything different, that's not true.
Now, I just want to say thank you to all of the Whaleys and everyone for speaking with us. But, guys, I did try to get Devois to do one of those Gameday dances for me, but it didn't work out. Maybe we'll see a little bit of taste of that in the end zone later today. Drew?
Tara, maybe we get more of a sit-down interview as far as cricket is concerned for Devois. What about that? And what about your prediction, by the way? I want to hear more about your thoughts on Arkansas TCU. Do you think Arkansas will put up 41 this season?
Oh, I don't know. I'm going to go 35-28 Arkansas, but to be honest, I could actually see this being a higher scoring game than that, so we'll see what happens.
All right. Thanks so much, Tara. Great job with that series on Devois Whaley. Back with more after this.
Are you geared up? We are.
The Pig Trail Nation gets you geared up for every game.
Gear up for game day every Friday night. It's more than a game preview. It's in-depth feature stories, player profiles, and everything you need to know going into the next Hog football matchup.
And nobody gets you geared up like the Pig Trail Nation.
Plus, join us for Fayetteville home games at JJ's on Dixon. The Pig Trail Nation's Gear Up for Game Day. Sponsored by Malto Meal.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Piñate, and this is my Pup Tango. Our animals are so special, so why not feature your furry friend in our KNWA Today and Pet Supplies Plus Pet of the Week? Go to NWA homepage, find the Pet Pick of the Week tab, and upload a picture of your cute fur baby. We will select one pet every week to win a wonderful prize from Pet Supplies Plus, and they will also be featured on KNWA Today.
The Pet Pick of the Week, sponsored by Pet Supplies Plus in Rogers. The pain, the sacrifice, the determination. The Pyeongchang 2018 Olympic Winter Games are coming this February, and KNWA is going for the gold. Every week from now until the Olympics, KNWA shows you what it takes to get there. Inside access to the athletes and their workouts. Everything it takes to bring home the gold. Watch Going for the Gold every Tuesday at 5. The Olympic Winter Games this February on KNWA.
Bring the family and join Single Parent Scholarship Fund of Northwest Arkansas at Golftoberfest, presented by Bank of Arkansas. Your registration includes mini golf, lunch, goodie bag, t-shirt, and chances to win lots of prizes. Golftoberfest is sponsored in part by Listerine, Mars, Walmart Health and Wellness, Cox, Cityscapes, KNWA, and these fine local businesses. Visit SingleParentScholarshipFundNWA.org to register and help create better, brighter futures for single-parent families in Carroll, Madison, and Washington counties.
Now, more Pig Trail Nation Game Day.
All right, part of the crew is back. We're here to wrap things up. Let's give Josh the honor because he's on the set with us for the first time. Josh, who's going to win this football game and why?
Well, I'm going with Arkansas this game. It's a home field advantage. You know, I think that the game is going to be won on the front line. The offensive line is going to have to step up and produce some big holes for these young running backs to get through and really keep the TCU offense off the field. That's the way we're going to win this game.
Yeah. Final score?
35-31.
Okay.
I don't even want to really. I'm just going to be quick. 34-21. TCU.
Okay, Mike.
Is he pitiful?
Did he say TCU?
Yes. He just said TCU.
Arkansas wins this game 28-17. Defense steps up big.
Okay, good stuff. You said 35-31, Josh, right? Yep. Okay, so I got to go 34-31. You took my score, but that's all right. Because I love you, man. And you did a great job in the analysis.
I appreciate you guys having me on.
It hurts my soul to say that. I apologize, everybody.
There you go. One more look at the matchup. 2:30 kickoff, Arkansas and TCU. It will be an SEC Big 12 showdown. Thanks for joining us, folks.
Thanks for watching Pig Trail Nation Game Day, sponsored by Wendy's. Be sure to connect to the Pig Trail Nation today on social media.
Joe here at Sam's Furniture, and I'm always telling you what a great